Well, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a try. I can't drive the tractor across the bridge because the concrete's too new, but I could drive this across it, the ATV. And I decided I don't want to cut these up with a chainsaw. That's too much work. So I'm going to try to drag them out. I'll try the ATV first. If I can't do it with the ATV, if they're too heavy for the ATV, then I'll wait until the concrete's dry enough, and I'll bring the tractor out here and do it. But I had to bring the ATV out here anyway to work on that board goes across there. 2 boards on that frame there, on that corner setup for the gate. Anyway, if I can drag it, I want to drag it all the way over into that area over there. If I can, I want to drive it right into the trees. That way, it's out of my way. Well, let's see if I can do that. Let's see. Hope I don't rip nothing off the ATV. That's just held on by a few bolts. Anyway, I can't use the thing on the bottom. I'll see if I can even pull it. That's the trick. If I can't pull it, that's okay. I'll get the tractor in a few days. I was coming out here anyway to work on that. Oh, I forgot something. I have to go back down and get my 2x4 off the bridge. I forgot all about that. But let me try this first. How bad I should pull this one. Yeah. I'll try the big one. That big one in the middle. Yeah, get this. Smell something burning. That shed over there must be burning something. I can smell something burning from wind's coming from this direction, either over that way or probably this way. Maybe there could be burning some brush pile. Yeah, that's probably what doing. Burning some brush pile somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, back to work. Yeah, I'm going to try to pull it over into there. There's some other dead trees in there. If I can weave my way through there with the ATV, I'll do it. But first, I gotta get it moving. So let's see if I can move it. Well, let's see if this ATV can even pull that tree. Well, I managed to pull it that far, but I can't turn. The way I got the chain set up around that top part of the rear, it pulls my back end down, which means I can't, my front end is going up. So I'm only getting traction on 2 wheels on the rear ones. I even go out 4-wheel drive. So I'm going to rehook it. And also I don't think I can drive through all that soft stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook the ATV, back it up this way, chain it up again, but I need to chain it lower. Somehow I got to chain it lower onto the tongue. That way it'll drag more from, it won't be pulling the front end up. Well, at least I was able to move it anyway. So let's see if I can do the rest. Actually, I'm kind of surprised I was able to pull it, but I'm glad I did. Now I got to unchain it and reposition the ATV. Oh, it must be getting hot. Cattle are going into the shade of the trees. Yeah, because it is hot out in the sun here. I somehow changed it to the hitch on the bottom. Hope I don't break something. That wouldn't be good. But it looks like when I drag it, that's going to dig into the ground. So I was thinking, if I could take that limb there and flip it over, that should be sticking up in the air, that end of the trunk. Oh, let me try that. Well, that's worth a try if I could flip it over. Should be able to. I think I can. I think all I gotta do is pick up that limb there, and it should go over pretty easy. That's my plan anyway. Well, that worked more or less. Would have been easier if all the limbs up there wouldn't be hitting them limbs on the trees hanging down. But I got it rolled over enough. Let me give it a try. Oh, that looks a little better. Just fell. Yeah, now the end's up in the air. Still be dragging though. I'm going to try to go through that area there so that where there's less loose manure and hay. And I'm going to go into that area there. Okay, I guess I'll start pulling again. Okay, let's go. Well, I moved it, but now I can't get in traction, even with four-wheel drive. I just got it's just spinning. Probably because I got into this loose stuff here. I don't think I get it across. I may have to just leave it here and pull out, try to pull out another one. Yeah, as far as I can pull it, I can't. This wheel here is spinning on the back there. So that's as far as I can go. Yeah, I'm just spinning here in this loose stuff. So I have to use a tractor to pull it the rest of the way. Well, I don't think I can actually move that one or drag it, but if I can, I'll at least drag it out. And if I can't, I'm going to reposition the ATV and I'm going to at least drag this end over to there. Yeah, I should be able to do that much. Drag it that way. And then I can get in there and pull that other sassafras tree out. And we'll see how this works. I think this tree is too big. Yeah, I think so, but I want to try it anyway. At least I can try to pull this end around to there so I can hook onto this one and pull it out. I'll still need the tractor to pull them the rest of the way. That's as far as I got that one. Oh, I couldn't budget going this way. Yeah. But hopefully I can drag it far enough out where I can pull the other one out. That's all I want to do. Then I'll be going uphill. And if I can't get it, I can't get it, and I'll have to wait for the tractor. Well, I couldn't budge that big log, but I saw that that one was broken off, so I'm going to pull it out. Maybe I can, the way that log is set, maybe I can drag it across the top of those. Yeah, somehow. Well, let's drag that one out first. There's a crack on that one right there. I tried breaking that off. I dragged it a little bit, but it didn't go anywhere. So I'm gonna pull that bigger one out. I made it. Took me a couple tugs to get it away from the other log, other tree, or the big part of the tree. But once I got going, I didn't stop to take a video. I just kept going, and I made it. Hooked onto some more small branches. I'll take them out. Out here too. It's not much, but it's every little bit helps. Well, the chain's long enough, but I also have another short chain I could have used, but I didn't hook it to the end because I want to get that. Hopefully, when I drag it, that end will stay up in the air and it'll slide right over the top of that log. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm going to pull it that way, because I want most of the tree to drag off across those smaller ones. I got it to that log. I think I'm going to rechain it closer to the end, and maybe that'll help pull it over the log. I think I need a little help to get that end over the top. Once it gets over the top, I think it'll drag. See if that'll work. What else can I do? Try a smaller stick. Maybe it'll slide better than that. Not quite, but maybe I can lift it over the edge by hand, although that thing is pretty heavy. I couldn't pick it up before. Maybe I can use something to pry it over. I used 2 sticks there to leverage it over the top. And I got it. Now I got to rechain it so I get a better grip. and see if I can pull it over all that off over this dead one here. Well, let's see what I can do with this. Oh, the log is, the end is sticking up in the air, so that it won't. Only thing dragging it will be here mostly. That's going to dig the most. Plus these areas down here. Okay. Well, the first thing I do is get it over this logs of that dead tree. Well, that's a 50-50 chance. Either I can or I can't. We'll see. Not that far, but I got hung up somewhere. Probably down there on some other trees. That's what I thought. This limb here of this tree here, oops, this tree here, that limb there, I could probably saw that off if I can't get it. But if I can, it goes up underneath that one there. It's in a bind. If I can't get it, I'll just saw it off here. I got a saw with me. We'll see if I can get that out of there first. I can't get it. The dead tree's too heavy, and the tree limb from the one I'm dragging, it's too twisted. Yeah. So I'll just cut it off over there. Be done with it. Ah, smell the sassafras. Smells good. The root even smells better, which I don't have any. Oh, I should be able to pull it now. I hope. Forecast was calling for rain this afternoon. Looks like it's clouding up over there. We'll see. I know there's a drag point there and another one over there. Probably once I go over that log, all the way along there is going to be a drag point. So let's see if I can pull it. A few clouds over there too. Let's see. I dragged the other two over through there. I'll drag the other one over somewhere in there. I can, if I got a way to drive in. Not actually the easiest place to get in, but I hope I can get out. Maybe I'll just back up. I'll get out somehow. Let's untie the chain. Oh, these are the two trees that had leaves on them. Forgot what I was going to do. Oh, unhook the chain. I forgot. I couldn't move the big end. I'm going to try. I'm hooked onto the smaller end, and if I'm lucky, it'll break somewhere in the middle there, and I can drag that part out. And maybe with this lighter not attached to that, maybe I'll be able to drag that then. One piece at a time if I have to. I got it attached way up there. If I'm lucky, it'll break off right here somewhere. And if it don't, well, then I'll get it with the tractor then. But I'm going to try. Yeah, I have to try. Well, I was dragging it, but I guess that I forgot to cut that one off. I cut another one off that was close to the fence. That one was laying on the ground. I guess I didn't see it. So if I cut that off, I should be able to drag it, because I did drag it a little bit. Yeah, I did drag it, I think from there. I drag it pretty far, but then I hit that post, T-post, so I'm going to saw some more off. I got that sawed off down there where the chain is. So I'm going to keep pulling. I don't think I can drag the whole thing, but as long as I can move it away from there, I can pick them up later. Pick all those branches up. I'll probably still need a tractor to haul this thing away. But while I was cutting that, I was cutting them two limbs off there, just above the chain. Oh, there was a lot of thunder out that way. A lot of thunder. I think it was pretty far away, but it seemed like it wouldn't stop. Thunder after thunder. Rumbles. So I'm thinking after I pull this a little more, I might go home. I don't want to be out here if it's doing something. Especially if it is in the truck, it'd be a different story. But in the ATV, I ain't protected at all. So I'm going to pull this a little farther. Yeah, I'm going to try to pull this a little farther just to see how far I can get. I pulled it up farther than I thought I was going to do it. Looks like I'm dragging right there. Yeah, plus the big end. Yeah, yeah. If I could have broken that off. Yeah, but I'll get the tractor out here one of these days. I'll get it out of here. I might go back and get that limb. No, I'll just throw that over the fence. Yeah, I'll throw all these limbs over the fence. Not today though. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm surprised I drug it that far. I think it was laying right next to the stump. I did drag it a few feet, but mostly it was the lateral dragging. From up here somewhere. Yeah, it was laying in this direction. And I drug it all the way over that way. Then my ATV couldn't pull it anymore. Well, I originally came out here to put a 2x4 in there, and a 2x4 in there. You know, make some notches in the post and insert 2x4s. And I got that 8-foot 2x4 down by the ridge as part of a form, concrete form. And I forgot to bring it up when I passed through there. Anyway, well, since I was here, I went ahead and pulled the trees out, or what I could. I pulled two trees out and moved the big one. I'll need the tractor to move the rest though. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I'll go. Well, maybe I should go down and get the 2x4, bringing it up here so it'll be ready. Well, I came back to get that long 2x4, and since I'm here, I might as well take them 3 out there and one here on the end. I'm going to use that long one up at by the long gate, and I'm going to take the other ones home. I'm going to take those 2x4s out. I'll pick up those 4 short boards on the way out, but I'm going to take that long one up to the long gate, so it'll be ready next time I need it. Okay, let's head back up to the top. I got my 2x4. I'll go there, and then I'm going to go back home. Check the radar, because I don't want to be out here if it's going to rain. And I need some more water anyway. I got the trees somewhat cleaned up in the hay storage area. I still need a tractor to pull that one out over there. And I need the tractor to pull that one out too. Too heavy for the ATV. And it's starting to sprinkle, so I'm headed home to check the radar. That was the first piece of the old dead tree that I was able to pull out here into these trees. And that was a second piece that came off the top of the tree. They were broke, so I was able to pull them out. And I was had to cut off the end, a limb there, right there. I had to cut that limb off because it was wrapped around something else. But I managed to pull this one out too. This was the third one that I pulled out, the whole tree. Yeah. Yeah, it's sprinkling a little harder now. Just a light drizzle. Yeah. Yeah, close to where, at least it's out of the way, these limbs. I still have those 2 trees, the one outside and the one inside, that I had to pull out with the tractor. Because the ATV Can't do it. I'll leave this fence up going across for a while. I'll let them keep eating these weeds in here if they want to. Yeah. When the concrete's hard enough to drive on with the tractor, I'll pull that one over there to the trees, and I'll hook onto that big dead log too. Yeah, I'll get them both out of there. Then I'll just go along and pick up all the sticks, small limbs, and I'll throw them over. That way I didn't need to use chainsaw. Save me some work. The other ones are in there. Yeah. And I'll drag them too. So if I can't drag them in with the tractor, I'll drag them alongside, right on the edge. Yeah, at least they'll be out of the way. Okay, better get home before it starts raining more. There's that 2x4 I'm going to be using for the piece there and the piece there. Yeah. But I'll go do that some other day because it's fixing to rain, I think. Okay, I got it tied to the post so the cattle can't knock it off. Okay, I got to go home now before I get wet. I'm still feeling a few raindrops, but I'm also feeling the warmth of the sun on me. Where did it go? Right there. The sun's shining through the clouds somewhere, and it's warming me up here. So I got the rain coming down and the heat of the sun coming down too. I can see it now. Yeah, I can feel the heat. Yeah, let's go home. I'm ready to cross and go home. I had to cross with one wheel right there. And the other wheel I crossed over here somewhere where it's thin. So I'm going to take a look, see if I made any mark with my ATV. Yeah, it's still a little green. I made a mark there with one tire. I figured that was the smallest place to cross. And then I crossed there. I just crossed the corner right there. Right on the corner. Yeah, right there. And there. There. And here. You can see my tread marks. Oh well, it didn't hurt nothing, I don't think. Okay, I gotta pick those boards up and go home. "2:30 p.m. Well, it's about 3:30, and it's still lightly raining. I don't think it's going to get any worse. It's just a light rain forecast. Radar shows a light rain. So I decided to come back out. Yeah. I just got done talking to, you can see the rain on the water. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not a big storm or nothing, so. Okay, I'm gonna go back up, do some work up there. Hope it's okay that I'm crossing this with the ATV right there in the middle there, right about there. No, right there. One wheel there, one wheel there. Hope I don't hurt the concrete. Maybe I came out a little bit too early, or the radar was wrong. It's raining harder now than it was before. Oh well. I'm under the tree, so I'm not getting too wet yet. I'm gonna start cutting. I'm gonna start notching the posts. I don't have to notch them too much, just enough to squeeze the board in. Well, I screwed up that one. I tried making them on an angle to get them closer to the thing. I screwed up. I should have just cut a notch in straight. not on the angle. Then I try to angle the wood. Then I wind up getting it too short. So now it don't touch the fence, but that's okay. It's more to strengthen the post that way. This one here I want to do different. I'm going to cut it straight across that way and straight across on that side. I don't even worry about going to the fence, unless it does. I think I did this one the correct way. Notched it all the way through. Yeah, I should have done that on this one too, but I was trying to get fancy. Then I wind up making the board too short too. But this one I think is just right. Let me squeeze that in there. Yeah, I need to hammer it in just a little bit more. I'm not going all the way to the fence. I didn't go all the way to the fence on this one, and it's not necessary. I just want something between the posts. That's what I really want. Okay, that board's done right. It's in and nailed. That's the one I screwed up on. Okay, it's good enough. I'm still getting wet, but the rain is slowing down. I did get wet, but nothing I couldn't handle. Okay, let's go home. Okay, they're in. Originally I was going to have them come all the way out to meet the wire, but that's not important. The wire is not going to bend. I just wanted support between the two posts, the three posts, just like I had up there, but that I notched on the outside, this I notched on the inside. Except I screwed up on that one. I thought I could just have a taper going through. I was trying to get that to go up against the wire, but I changed my mind after I cut it too short. Okay, time to head for the house, and I'm done for today. Let it rain if it wants to. Well, the cattle are way out there now, and I'm done on top for now. And I just drove down here. I wanted to check the creek crossing. There's all that stuff I got blown underneath the fence. It's like a mulch to keep the weeds down. I thought the cattle would eat it, but they didn't. There's a creek upstream. Goes through a culvert there. There is water flowing through here, so that's good. That's a pretty good sized pipe. Let me look at the other end. It's starting to erode around there now, even with the big rocks there. There's something in there. Yeah, something's blocking the water. I don't know if I can get it out or not. It's probably wedged in there way deep. Some kind of log probably. Took some effort, but I pulled all that stuff out as far as I could reach. And that stick there was sticking out. And that one was a little farther in. All part of the same V-shaped stick. And I managed to pull it out eventually. And it's flowing good now. And the next flood will wash them away. Yeah, it's flowing good now. There's probably still some stuff stuck in there, but I can't reach it any farther. Hopefully that'll flush it out. This end coming up a lot faster now too. Yeah, there might be some more stuff stuck in there, but for now, it's working a little better. Look at all the sand and sediment built up there because it was blocked. Here's another one. Probably going to block it too if it gets this far. Yeah, a long time ago, I had a fence. Well, it wasn't over here. We came across, I had a dummy wire come across there. Or maybe it was on, I don't know. Yeah, I forget how it set up, but it had it go across. I had a cable going across. Then it had some wires hanging down as, you know, a deterrent. I had the wires hanging down from the cable. And I can see the white insulator on that tree over there through that little opening right through there. Yeah, there's an opening there. That's where I had it tied to. And then the fence went down that way and across the little creek over there. I still got some posts in there I need to take out, some T-posts. But the cattle used to go in there. There's always a pool of water back there. They used to wallow in there instead of by the bridge now. Because there was always shade there. Always. The trees are on the north side, so there's always shade. But then there came a time when there was a landslide over there, farther back. A landslide and took out my fence. So I decided to and it was hard to maintain this fence here. So that's when I decided to move my fence out there. Well, stick it on this side. And I just abandoned, the wires I think are still there. I just abandoned that. But I still got some T-posts on the other end where it crosses the other creek. So I need to pull them out someday. Anyway, that's what that is. This part of the creek is still on my property. My property line goes from where the stump is up and over the top of the hill and goes down on the north side of that little stream over there. So that stream is on my property too. But anyway, look at the water flowing now. I'm gonna try something. Up my phone. Disturb some of the sand. Get it to flow. Get it to flow through there. Yeah. All the time, all this sand built up in front of the culvert. Flush downstream. I think I'm doing it good. I think the current will do a better job than last time. I made a little hole. Let's do some more right there. Let's move that gate. Clear it. I'm gonna try something. I can't bend down there. I have to use my phone. Let's see. This is daylight. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Oh, that's enough. Gotta go home. Yeah. Doing good. Good to me. So it probably won't last long. Good, it's cloudy too. Always does. It's better than it was. Yeah, a lot of silt built up here. Rock, sand, and cement. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotta go home now. Oh, there's my corner fence, corner post. Okay, go home. Get dry. And west now, neighbor's field. And there's the sun. There's an animal up there. Looks like a calf. All by itself. Must have got left behind. Must have been asleep. Way up there. The other cattle are over here, spread out. Behind the trees and some over there. Yeah. That calf got left behind. I'm gonna go take a look, see who they are. If it's the only one or if the whole group is there. Calf walked down to the creek. Yeah, so yeah, I think it was the only one. All the other ones are out that way. I see a calf out there too. So I'm expecting to see a calf walk up the hill there toward the gate. But I don't see it yet. I waited about 5-10 minutes. I didn't see that calf come out of the creek, so it's probably laying down again somewhere. But the other cattle are way out there on the other side of the creek, in the other pasture. So I'm headed home. Made enough to make some mud puddles, or some water puddles, on the road. There's the cats there, or at least 3 of them. There's the 4th one down there, and the other 3. There's the 3. The other one's behind the walnut there. Oh, she's over there. Pond's a little scummy. That's what happens when it's shallow like that. Yeah, I'd like to have that cleaned out too, but no money for that. No money for much anything else either. It's ready. The end of May, and I haven't done nothing with the garden yet, except sprayed it for weeds. It looks like the grasses and weeds are coming back, so before I do anything, I'll have to spray it again. I still like to clean out some of that old manure, composted manure from the barn that I had left over last year. Some of it got covered up by the hay that I fed this year up there, or this past winter. Hey, kitty. Oh, we'll see. If I just spray the garden and grow nothing, that's okay with me. But I was gonna plant some kamungai. That's a Philippine tree. It can't survive the winter. Had a bunch of stalks there growing by the asparagus, which I got to trim one of these days. Right, kitty? Yeah. 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 I got my lemongrass growing. I would like to keep it alive. I might plant a few things. Yeah. But I'm going to spray it again first for the weeds, so I don't have to pull them. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, raising the garden is a lot of work. Okay. What? Your food's up by the house. Okay, I gotta go in. I'm all wet. Yeah, I gotta spray the weeds. I don't think there's gonna be any volunteer anything. Last year I had cucumbers here, zucchini which died, watermelon which died. In the back I had okra, which made seed. I cut it down already. Here I had, forgot what I had here. Brussels sprouts, but that died. Over there, just asparagus. I had some beets along there. I think I left 4 of them in there. Maybe they're going to grow back. And all that was lemongrass. Yeah, and I had the tall growing kamungai growing with that, but I won't mix them this year. If I plant kamungai, I'll probably put it back here somewhere or along this. I think I'll put it along here so I can, yeah, along the fence. Yeah, that'll be good.